What is he doing? There's like 3 of them. I'm really hoping to do a bit more damage and kill her, but that shield really helped her out. And the Yasuo's not happy with me because I didn't follow him up. Maybe if I was paying a little bit more attention to how well he was actually doing, I would have gone in on that. Honestly, I just thought he was doing okay damage. I didn't have my knock up yet. My ulti had come up just as I got into that bush. So, I'd like to rephrase. I think I said this was my first time playing Malphite. I had played him once before this, like last season. And that day I found out that Malphite's ulti doesn't knock everyone up along the way, just at the end. It's kind of funny. So I went to knock up like 2 people who were like in a line, and I missed them both and hit the minions behind them because I was trying to knock them up and get behind them. It was hilarious. That was my first time playing him. It was pretty awful. But yeah, the reason I showed my face, I was trying to get to Baron and ward it so I would know if they were doing it, because we all had to be, and I didn't want us to not have vision of it. But I was caught out. I was dead. Yasuo joined the fight. Don't know why. Probably best scenario would have ended with both of dying and 2 of them dying, opposed to just me dying for nothing. I think that would be a better outcome. Because there could have been also the risk we both just died, which is what happened. But I did send them on a little bit of a chase. If they kill us both right there, they might have been able to push in one of our inhibs, since we have 2 open inhibs. So, I don't know, I think risky moves like that, going 2v3 when you don't have to, is just a bad idea. So this is where the split pushing comes in, and no one person can deal with Mundo at this point. And I'm like, alright, well we gotta send a couple people up here, but then who's gonna defend mid? So we had like a mixture between Gragas was there first, and then I think Yasuo ults. I think he just ulted. So now they're coming in trying to take the tower, and they took it. But we got the kill. They have no tank. We have no inhib towers now. But if we can win right now, because they don't have an inhib tower mid, and it's a 4v5. Now I'm just kind of chasing them down, keeping them away from the team. I'm getting really low. I back out, but the ignite finishes me off. But it was still worth it because we kept them out of the fight. Well, I kept them out of the fight. They're 2 big damage dealers. If they're not in the fight, then that's we win, 100%. And that's how I got gold. Like I said, there was also a game before that where I played the cow, and everyone was kind of skeptical on that. They were like, well, you're employing, like, why would you play him against Vayne? And I can't remember, it was Vayne Leona, I believe. Let's see if I can find the matchup. Yeah, they're like, why would you pick him against Vayne, Leona, and Rammus? Like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, we need someone tanky. Thresh is banned out. Like, I can't think of any really good normal support other than that. Plus, if Leona dashes into me, or even better, she dashes into Caitlyn, because Caitlyn's going to be far back with her range. If she goes all the way into Caitlyn, I can just knock her back into our tower and then knock her up as she tries to walk back. So it really made Leona have to think about how to go in and when she could go in. Plus, with Kayle and Ahri and then Vi is like gonna be somewhat tanky, but not as tanky as here, I'll add the screen region though. Okay, yeah, so now you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the game right here. So Leona couldn't really go in, so she wasn't a part of a lot of fights. Rammus, I don't think Rammus knew what he was doing. It was really funny at some times when he ganked bottom. Like the first time he ganked bottom, he came in from the side, and I was like in front of him, so he was coming in from behind me really, but he wasn't going for me, he was going for Caitlyn obviously. So I come out of the bush and I knock him into our tower, and then he kept, like, I guess he was trying to go around Caitlyn, so he started going up towards the tower anyway. So when I knocked him into the tower, he kept going that way, and then he realized he was going the wrong way and turned around. I just started laughing. I didn't even pay attention to the rest of that fight. We both lived. I didn't understand where he was going. I don't think he understood where he was going either. So other than that, my friend playing on Vi was doing really well, getting some nice ganks off. He really doesn't like to camp mid. I like to camp mid as Vi. It's just so easy. So easy. Actually, I think this was the Ahri that got Abyssal. Yeah, she rushed Abyssal. So, like, you can see with that build, she has, like, no damage. That score is mainly because of this Caitlyn doing so well. Kayle had never played Kayle before. It was very apparent when she didn't know how to ult when Darius was dunking her. That happened a couple times, where she just died, and she still had ulti. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That confuses me. The fact that I have Shurelya's. And as you can see, this was literally yesterday. So I guess low replay has a few flaws. They haven't updated that item at all. Or that one. That's you know, it's weird when you see trinkets and then Philistone. Or Elder Lizard and Philistone. But This Caitlyn was actually really good. She did some crazy things, but 3 deaths, that's totally cool. That's great. I really liked how nice this Caitlyn was as well. At the end of the game, was like, this Alistar carried me. I was like, oh, like, it's really nice when you get that. People appreciate your supporting skills. I do main jungle, but like my secondary best role is probably support. And in my opinion, the support is the bottom lane carry for the beginning 10-15 minutes. An AD carry doesn't have as much damage. Caitlyn is one of the few that would have the damage, but they don't have really the CC, not like an Alistar, and I can lock them up. I love playing Leona for that reason, because I do the damage. Like when you E into them, if you go with the AD Reds and Quints, you E into them, you auto Q, auto ignite. Each auto is doing about 80 damage. The Q does a bonus 40 on top of that 80 damage. So you get 3 of those autos in, plus the E doing, I believe it's 40 or 60 damage, I'm not entirely sure. But in total, that's about 300 damage. Plus Ignite doing about 100 at level 2, maybe slightly less than that. So that's 400 damage. If you get the level 2 first, like if you keep yourself 1 to 2 minions ahead, so you just kind of keep hitting the minions, like I'm sure you've seen some of my videos where I do that, and the second I hit level 2, I level up that E, and I E onto their support. If they don't have Doran's Shield, if they do, I'm probably going for their carry. If it's Ezreal, actually it's fine even if it is Ezreal, because they won't have the jump because they're not level 2 yet. That's the whole reason. The issue with jumping the AD carry is they do have barrier, and it's going to be hard to kill them. But a lot of supports, for whatever reason, don't seem to go Doran's Shield, even though that is, you need the tankiness. So you jump on them. If your carry helps you at all to proc even one of your passive damages, they're dead. People only usually have at max 500. If they go with the Doran's Shield, 600 HP at level 1. Most people have around 500. If I'm doing 400 myself, and if my AD carry auto attacks once, proccing my passive for 500 damage, they are dead. Sometimes I can even get a 4th auto attack in there, which really means they're dead, because if they flash away and I flash after them and get the kill or something like that, just have to make sure we're not too far up, because the thing about getting that level 2 first, you gotta kind of push the wave slightly. You just gotta make sure you push it the right way. If you clear a wave really fast and then your minions move up, then you're not going to be able to go aggro. What you gotta do is you gotta kill them, but wait for its next wave to show up, so that both waves show up at the middle again, and then you clear the full rest of the first wave, as well as the 3 front minions from the second wave, and you should hit level 3 or level 2 from that. Once you do that, you jump on, and that way the wave hasn't moved up onto them, because then you're kind of turret diving, and that's just going to be messy, and you're going to die and look like a noob. So you want to keep the wave fixed, and that's where it becomes difficult, because if you're trying to keep it there, but you're trying to stay ahead of in minions, it gets kind of complicated there. And it's good to always just explain to your ADC of what you want to do. Anyways, I'm going to close that. I'll probably edit